This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
Podcasting since 2008. This is the show where we're broadcasting disability stories from an insider's perspective, and we are giving a voice to people with special needs. This is your weekly guide to find and joy, acceptance, and inclusion.
I shudder thinking how the world can be so cruel. I lend my voice to those who can't. It's time we try, it's time we care, it's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
Coming up on the Special Chronicles show, episode 389, we are bringing you a TROY Truck Convoy edition of the Special Chronicles show. This is produced on specialchronicles.com in collaboration with Live with Those ATV and the Illinois Law Enforcement Tow One for Special Olympics Illinois. So coming up right now, welcome back, Jose.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll co-host in this episode, this TROY Truck Convoy edition, and we're here to welcome all of the truckers to the Special Chronicles show, and we're glad to have you as a listener, a new listener, and we want to let you know that Special Olympics Illinois is changing the game for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. Through inclusive athletic, health, and leadership programs, people with intellectual disabilities, we are empowered to transform ourselves, our communities, and the world. At the core of our mission, Special Olympics Illinois is a sports organization that uses the power of sports as a catalyst for social change. We break down long-held misconceptions about people with intellectual disabilities by highlighting the inherent talents and unbound promise of our athletes. Jose?
How COVID-19 has affected the Special Olympic athletes, the various challenges of the 2020 has left many feeling isolated and disconnected from the world. But they take comfort in this being temporary for many Special Olympic athletes. This was the norm before becoming involved with our programs. While COVID-19 has made Special Olympics reevaluate how we come together, they have taken this opportunity to explore new ways to engage athletes. For example, Special Olympic athletes now have the ability to engage via unified sports competition at the local level. We are hosting smaller events, more intimate sports events that focus on our individual skills, not to mention the online health and fitness training, life skills classes, and various social opportunities like dance parties. Even during those unnecessary times, Special Olympics is keeping us out of the shadows and shifting the focus from what we can do to what they can do.
And now I'd like to share with you my personal impact story and talk with you briefly about how I have been engaging our Special Olympics community, our fellow athletes, our coaches, our volunteers, our sponsors, during COVID-19. In addition to producing the weekly podcasts and reaching thousands of podcast listeners every week, I am also working at United Airlines as a frontline worker. I am a co-chair of our statewide athlete input council, and a co-trainer, a co-presenter of our new athlete leadership training, and doing. That's a little bit of what I've been doing during COVID-19, and really. It's because of the support that you give all of us athletes in Special Olympics that I'm able to continue to be engaged with not just our virtual sport programs now, but our health programs and our leadership programs as well. So, for example, the School of Strength, health programs, and then all leadership programs as well. I'm still able to participate. And so it's because of your support. And the Illinois Law Enforcement Tow Truck is the largest fundraising vehicle benefiting Special Olympics Illinois. The annual interstate relay and its various fundraising projects are conducted by local, county, and state police, as well as FBI, military corrections, college security, and other law enforcement representatives. 2020 has been a very rough year for law enforcement and law enforcement tow truck. Many law enforcement tow truck events have been canceled due to the various hurdles this year has brought. The law enforcement tow truck's continued commitment to the Special Olympics Illinois mission and athletes is inspiring. They have had to look at new and unique ways to host events and critical funds for Special Olympics Illinois. Troy Police Department and law enforcement tow truck are extremely excited to still be able to host the 2020 truck convoy at CIT Trucks in Troy, Illinois. This event is a perfect example of how departments are thinking outside the box to help the athletes. The 2020 truck convoy is being held in a touchless format to ensure the safety and health of everyone.
So my personal story through the impact from being the athlete liaison for the Law Enforcement Torture and State Committee, I really like helping other athletes, and especially the way that I also being on the state committee is a great way, because I don't only help out other athletes, but I tell my story to other police officers from around the state. So that's the best way to get engaged with different departments. When you have an athlete go to a department to talk about their personal stories and help fundraise money for the law enforcement torch run. So on behalf of the 23,000 athletes, we want to thank all the police officers from throughout the state for everything that you do for us.
Next up, we are going to talk to Troy Police Officer Jennifer Huntley. And Officer Huntley, why is the Troy Police Department involved with the law enforcement tow truck and Special Olympics Illinois?
So Troy Police Department is involved because our involvement has helped the community become aware of what Special Olympics really is and what it's all about. We assist our local athletes in having the funds that having funds year round, so they can participate in Special Olympic games, events, or anything else that the athletes are wanting to do. Troy PD is very supportive, in which it has brought the community to support Special Olympics as well.
Awesome.
How has your department involved in impacting the community?
So by Troy PD being involved with Special Olympics, it has brought awareness to the Special Olympics program throughout the years with all the fundraisers, in which return brings awareness and the attention on our local athletes within our very own community. This shows our athletes that they not only have the support from the police department, but they also have the encouragement from their community as well.
Awesome. And one final question. How have you, as a Troy police Officer, how have you been impacted by the involvement with the Torch One and coming out to all Special Olympics Illinois events, from our state competitions to the various fundraising events? How have you in your involvement with the Illinois Law Enforcement Torch One, how have you been personally impacted? Like, what's your personal impact story?
So I started helping out with Special Olympics Illinois years ago. Once I became with Troy Police Department, the last 4 years I've been heavily involved, and it has impacted my life tremendously. It's amazing to see the drive that the athletes have. It makes you as an officer want to keep going, only because you know you have that support from those athletes, and just seeing how positive they are. It, like I said, it just keeps you in that positive spirit to keep moving forward.
Awesome. So thanks again, Officer Jen Huntley has been from the Troy Police Department, has been our guest on this Troy Truck Convoy edition of the Special Chronicles show. Thanks for taking the time to come on this podcast episode.
Thank you.
And next up, we will be talking with Jose, can you help me out?
Sure. Next up, we will be talking.
Next up will be
the history.
It's me.
The history of the truck convoy.
It's my line. Next up, so the truck convoy is a fundraising and awareness event that creates a unique partnership between law enforcement and the trucking industry to raise funds for Special Olympics, so athletes can continue to train in year-round sports and activities.
The Troy Police Department and the CTI truckers have participated together for 5 years to host the truck convoy in Southern Illinois. Next up, we are going to talk to CTI truck marketing manager Lauren Nussbaum.
Laura, talk to us a little bit. Talk to us about how did CIT trucks become involved with this event, the Troy Truck Convoy?
Daniel, it was over 13 years ago that CIT trucks began participating in the Northern Illinois Truck Convoy. It was through the encouragement of one of our trucking customers who had a special place in their heart for the Special Olympic athletes. We caught the vision and we saw it as a great opportunity for the trucking industry to help with the fundraising efforts of Special Olympics. And 5 years ago, when the decision was made to hold a convoy in the Southern Illinois region, CIT offered to host the event at our Troy, Illinois dealership location. And we've been very blessed to be a part of the convoy.
Awesome.
The truck convoy has great access since its beginning 5 years ago. What are your thoughts on the amazing partnership between the trucking community and law enforcement and Special Olympics?
Well, I think it's very common when you work in a certain industry that you interact predominantly with others in the same line of business, and for us, that's trucking. So having the opportunity to work with great people from the Troy Police Department and the Special Olympics staff has been a pleasure. It takes an incredible amount of time and energy to organize and then execute a truck convoy. We are a strong, unified team committed to reaching out to the community and raising money for the Illinois Special Olympic athletes. Every year we hear great stories from the convoy participants that prove again and again that we are making a difference. It's more than just a parade of trucks going down the road led by the Troy Police Department. A wonderful thing happens as we work together, raising funds for the athletes. We make new friends and gain greater understanding, and we leave with our hearts full, knowing that helping others helps us create a healthy community.
And finally, Loa, can you share with us your personal impact story of how have you been personally impacted by the Illinois Law Enforcement Torch Run and Special Olympics Illinois? How have you been personally impacted?
Well, I do have a personal story. We have a grandson who is 10 years old, and he's actually in the Tinley Park area, and he is autistic. And last year he was able to participate in a basketball event that was led by some wonderful volunteers of Special Olympics. And just to see the joy and the accomplishment just warmed my heart and gave me that one-on-one personal experience of how a great impact the Special Olympics is having on the participants in our very own communities and of course in my own family.
Awesome. Once again, our guest on the Special Chronicles show, Truck Convoy Edition, TROY Truck Convoy Edition, we should say, has been Loa Nussbaum from the marketing director at CIT Trucks. Thanks again, Loa, for coming on this special edition of the Special Chronicles show.
Thank you very much.
And next up, we will have Mike Waymond to give you today's Day of Information. Mike is a previous officer with the Troy Police Department and was one of the founding committee members of the TROY Truck Convoy. Welcome to the Special Chronicles show, TROY Truck Convoy Edition. Mike. Oh, you're muted? You're muted?
Jose, how's it going, guys?
Good. Awesome to have you here. So, as we said, you will be providing the day of information, and I don't know if did you see in the private chat that we have here, our producer behind the scenes gave you a few notes to mention during this segment. But
yeah, that's Sandy trying to inform me what I need to say every time I turn around.
Yeah. So you'll also be covering the touchless convoy rules and rules of the road for the day of information.
Yep. So the day of, it's going to be a touchless event. So we're going to have our drivers and their passengers stay near their vehicles, so that way our volunteers can see them and get them registered in and ready to go. And then from there, we're going to keep it outside, keep a distance, and then when we hit the road, that's going to be where the rules really come in play. For the 5 years I've been doing this, most of these rules have been followed, but we'll make sure the most important rule at the end is covered. The big rule is we're going to keep that line tight. There's going
to cut. Seems like he froze a little bit. Oh, he's cutting in and out a little bit. So should we just kind of, because looks like we lost Mike's connection. So Mike, hopefully
back now. Can you hear me?
You're back. Yeah. Do you want to repeat what you said for our listeners?
Yep. So we're going to be traveling on the interstate on the right-hand lane. We're going to make sure we keep those trucks tight, keeping it around 45 miles an hour. Follow the truck in front of you. There's no need to pass. We're all going starting from the same spot and getting back to the same one. Most importantly, there's no bumping or rubbing, and we know this isn't a racing event, so we're going to keep it right at that right speed, keep our lights on our trucks. One of our big things is we do it at nighttime, so that way those truck drivers can show off those lights that they spent some good money on. And then the most important rule is we're going to have fun and bring our awareness to our Special Olympics athletes.
Awesome. And finally, can you share with us your brief personal impact story of how you have been personally impacted by being involved with the Illinois Law Enforcement Torch Run, and in particular Special Olympics Illinois, from attending our statewide events to the various fundraising events that we have?
Yeah, I've been attending statewide events all the way to national conferences for years now, and most importantly for me is our local athletes here in Troy and our Triad School District. A lot of them have actually became lifelong friends. Their parents we talk to all the time, and there's a special joy I get when we get to give them new gear and new outfits that the smile on their face when we present them with their swag. So it's one of my personal things I enjoy doing every year with them.
Awesome. Once again, our guest on the Special Chronicles show, Troy Truck Convoy Edition, has been Mike Waymond, a previous officer with the Troy Police Department and one of the founding committee members of the Troy Truck Convoy. Thanks again, Mike, for coming on the Special Chronicles show.
Thanks, guys.
And next up, we will be giving you. We would like to thank the sponsors of the truck convoy. Our presenting sponsor is CIT Trucks. Our long haul sponsor is William Braun Trucking. Our Guardian sponsor is Cummins District Camp Contracting. Fastlane Towing. Our gold sponsor is Bundix, Darling Ingredients, Eaton, John Federal Trucking, Troy's Finest Car and Dog Wash, Cunsworth, McNamara Towing, TJ Transports, and Twin Lake Trucking. Our silver sponsors are Broadway Billboards, Easton Farm and Trucking, McLeod Express, Newman Curios, New Way Transportation Services, Rush Truck Center, and Tonal Truck Lines. And the impact funding from this event has on us Special Olympics athletes is that we are able to participate and compete at no cost to ourselves or our families. Isn't that true, Jose?
Yes, it is. It's 100% true.
It's totally true. And that's why we thank all of our sponsors and thank all of you truckers for the from the bottom of our hearts for your generous support and sponsorship of the Illinois Law Enforcement Tow Truck and Special Olympics Illinois. Next up, we will talk to the 2019 lead truck winner from William F. Braun. From William F. Braun, Inc. Representative Elizabeth Braun. Welcome to the Special Chronicles show, Troy Truck Convoy Edition, Elizabeth.
Good morning, guys.
And we would like. This is Jose's line. Jose.
How did your company get involved with the truck convoy, Elizabeth?
We have been longtime supporters of the Special Olympics, and we were doing all of our donations virtually, I guess. And our salesman from CIT came to us and said that they were organizing a truck convoy in Troy. Would we like to participate? And of course, we jumped right on board so that we could have a hands-on experience versus just giving money.
Awesome. And Elizabeth, what advice do you have for first-time participants?
Enjoy yourself. It's a lot of fun. It's very heartwarming. You know, we all come together to help the Olympics. I mean, the Olympians. And we've had drivers that have made longtime friends with some of the athletes that have ridden with them. And it's heartwarming to see the smiles on the athletes' faces.
Awesome. And Elizabeth, just like we've had for a previous guest, as the 2019 lead truck winner, as you know, it's not all about getting awards through these events, but what's your personal impact story of how have you been personally impacted by the Illinois Law Enforcement Tow Truck and in particular Special Olympics Illinois, from our statewide events to our regional events to our fundraising events? How have you been personally impacted?
I would have to say that just the time spent knowing that we're doing something to help other people as a company, the joys that it brings, it really makes you feel good.
Awesome. Once again, our guest has been Elizabeth Braun, the 2019 lead truck winner from William F. Braun Milk Hauling Inc. representative. Thanks again, Elizabeth, for coming on the Special Chronicles show Troy Truck Convoy Edition.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And now this is the moment of the episode where we give you your online auction information. Jose, take it away.
This year, our silent auction will be held digitally via OneCost. Instructions on how to participate in the silent auction were shared in the day of information email sent to you last week, as well as the program provided to you during the event and check-in.
Silent auction will remain open until the last truck leaves CIT Truck's parking lot for the convoy.
The winner will be able to pick up their items at the auction table near the main stage area at the conclusion of the truck convoy.
We will be hosting a live auction for the lead truck and tail truck position at 6:15 p.m. at the main staging area. Any companies and/or drivers interested in bidding for this exclusive opportunity should make their way towards the main stage area where you will see the sound system at 6:10 p.m.
We wish you good luck and thank you. We encourage you to participate and share your efforts on social media and ask family and friends to donate toward this effort.
Make sure to use hashtag ILTouchOne. And thank you. On behalf of the 23,000 athletes like Jose and myself, we thank you. And sponsors are asked to stop by the awards table at the conclusion of the event to pick up their sponsor plaque and take a picture with the officers. And maybe a cardboard cutout of Jose and me. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We ask that everyone please wear a mask when exiting their vehicles. Once again, this has been an episode of the Special Chronicles show in collaboration with the Illinois Law Enforcement TOTWONE and Live with Jose TV. Visit specialchronicles.com to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Once again, that's visit us at specialchronicles.com to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And we would like to take this moment to thank all sponsors at Special Chronicles. You can support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. Please support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. And now a quick message from all sponsors.
Hi, my name is Lisa Noble, and I'm a ComEd Energy Force ambassador and an athlete with Special Olympics Illinois.
Hi, my name is Daniel Spakowski, and I also am a ComEd Energy Force ambassador and founder of a company called Special Chronicles.
The ComEd Energy Force program is a program that hires people with disabilities to teach the public how to save energy and money.
It's the country's first energy efficiency program of its kind.
Saving energy is especially important while everyone is at home due to COVID-19. We're using more electricity than ever before. Just think about how many more times you are opening the refrigerator door these days.
And while the economy is stressed, it's more critical than ever to save money where we can. Following these tips can save energy and money in this time of COVID-19.
Wash your clothes in cold water and use the dryer sparingly.
Your dryer can take up to 7 times more energy than the washer.
Turn off and unplug any electrical devices or power strips you are not using.
Electrical devices can continue to zap power even when turned off if they're still plugged in. We call them vampire devices.
Use LED bulbs.
They use 25% less energy than incandescent bulbs and last up to 25 times longer, saving you lots of money over time.
Keep your refrigerator between 35 and 38 degrees.
And be sure to use Energy Star appliances.
And last but not least, check out ComEd.com/home savings for more tips and rebates.
Lisa and I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to us today.
Remember, we are all in this together.
Stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Bye. For listening to this episode of the Special Chronicles Show, episode 389, Troy Truck Convoy Edition. I have been Daniel, your host and founder of Special Chronicles and a Sergeant Shriver International Global Messenger of Special Olympics. I've been joined with
Jose, live with Jose TV.
And video producer at Special Chronicles. And thank you. We'll see you again. We'll see you back here next time. Remember to subscribe to the Special Chronicles Show. Remember to subscribe, rate, review, wherever you listen to podcasts, because new episodes drop weekly. So you want to make sure you subscribe, rate, and review and follow so you never miss a new episode of the Special Chronicles Show and all the podcasts we produce right here on the Special Chronicles Podcast Network at specialchronicles.com. We'll see you next week. And until then, remember, choose to include. Until next week, remember, choose to include.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
And the audio. There you go. Let's stop the. Jose, you